Listen with absolute attention. The paper and ink in your home right now hold the power to manifest unlimited wealth while simultaneously dissolving every financial block that has kept you trapped in cycles of scarcity. Florence Scovel Shinn understood that when you combine the creative force of written word with conscious intention, you create one of the most potent manifestation tools available, a direct bridge between your invisible thoughts and your visible reality. If you're ready to harness the transformational power of conscious writing to manifest wealth and eliminate every obstacle to your financial freedom, leave a yes in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you never miss these prosperity techniques that can rewrite your entire financial story. Right now, invisible financial blocks are operating in your subconscious mind like computer viruses, sabotaging your prosperity without your awareness. These blocks were programmed into your consciousness through years of limitation experiences, inherited family beliefs, and societal conditioning about money. They create an energetic interference pattern that prevents abundance from flowing freely into your life. Traditional approaches to removing financial blocks often fail because they tried to address symptoms rather than the source. You can change your actions, learn new skills, and work harder. But if the underlying programming remains contaminated with scarcity beliefs, you'll continue recreating the same financial limitations in new forms. But Florence Scovel Shinn discovered the secret that changes everything. Financial blocks are made of condensed thought energy, and they can be dissolved through the deliberate application of opposite thoughts expressed through written word. When you write with sacred intention, you're not just making marks on paper, you're literally rewriting the energetic code that creates your financial circumstances. The metaphysical principle at work here is that all matter is condensed energy, and all energy responds to consciousness. Your financial blocks exist as crystallized patterns of limitation thinking, but these patterns can be dissolved and replaced through consistent application of prosperity consciousness, expressed through writing. Paper and ink become the tools for this energetic surgery. Think about this profound truth. Every limitation you're experiencing began as a thought that was repeated until it became a belief, then crystallized until it became your reality. The same process that created your financial blocks can be reversed through conscious writing that introduces new thought patterns with greater emotional intensity and repetition than the original limiting beliefs. When you write about prosperity with deep conviction and emotional engagement, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain while simultaneously broadcasting new vibrational patterns into the quantum field. Your written words become seeds of abundance that take root in your subconscious mind and eventually bloom as external financial circumstances. Let me share with you the exact paper and ink technique that has helped thousands of people manifest significant wealth while permanently removing the blocks that had sabotaged their financial success for years. Begin by selecting your manifestation materials with sacred intention. Choose paper that feels substantial and important. This could be high-quality writing paper, a leather-bound journal, or even beautiful stationery that makes you feel like you're engaged in important, life-changing work. Your subconscious mind responds to the ceremony and reverence you create around this practice. Select ink that flows smoothly and feels good in your hand. Many people prefer blue or black ink for manifestation work because these colors carry grounding and stability energy. But choose whatever feels most powerful to you. The key is that your writing instrument should feel like an extension of your creative power. Your wealth manifestation. Writing should be done in two distinct phases. First, the dissolution of blocks, and second, the inscription of abundance. Both phases are essential for complete financial transformation. Phase 1 is the block dissolution process. Take a piece of paper and write at the top, "Financial blocks to be dissolved forever." Then begin writing every limiting belief you've ever had about money, every financial fear that haunts you, every scarcity thought that runs through your mind. Write until you've emptied every limitation onto the paper. Write statements like, "Money is hard to earn. I don't deserve wealth. Rich people are greedy. There's never enough. I always struggle financially. Good people don't care about money. I can't handle abundance. Wealth corrupts character." Continue until you've captured every financial limitation that has been operating in your consciousness. This process is crucial because you cannot dissolve blocks that remain hidden in your subconscious. By writing them out, you bring them into the light of conscious awareness where they can be addressed directly. Many people discover limitation beliefs they didn't even realize they were carrying. Once you've written out all your financial blocks, read through the list and feel the energy of these limitations. Notice how heavy, restrictive, and false these beliefs feel when you see them on paper. Recognize that these are not truths about money, they are learned programs that can be deleted and replaced. Now comes the powerful dissolution ritual. Take this paper filled with limitation beliefs and ceremonially destroy it. You can burn it safely in a fireproof container, tear it into tiny pieces, or dissolve it in water. As you destroy it, declare with conviction, "These limitations have no power over me. I release them completely and forever. They are dissolved from my consciousness and my reality." Feel the liberation as you watch your written limitations being destroyed. This is not just symbolic, you are actually breaking the energetic patterns that these beliefs have created in your life. The physical act of destruction sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind that these limitations are no longer welcome in your consciousness. By phase 2 is the wealth inscription process. Take fresh, clean paper and write at the top, "My manifested wealth reality." Now begin writing your financial abundance as if it already exists completely. This isn't goal setting or wishful thinking. This is reality inscription, creating the new financial truth that will replace your dissolved limitations. Write with present tense conviction, "I am financially abundant beyond my wildest dreams. Money flows to me effortlessly from multiple sources. My bank account grows daily. I live in complete financial freedom and security. I have more than enough for everything I desire and plenty to share generously with others." Continue writing with specific detail. "I earn $monthly with ease and joy. My investments multiply consistently. Business opportunities seek me out. I attract money-making ideas constantly. Every financial decision I make leads to greater prosperity. I am a magnet for wealth and abundance." The key to effective wealth inscription is emotional engagement. Don't just write the words. Feel the reality of what you're writing. Allow yourself to experience the joy, relief, gratitude, and excitement of already living in financial abundance. These emotions are what give your written words the power to manifest as physical reality. Write until your wealth reality feels more real than your current circumstances. This usually requires at least 20 to 30 minutes of continuous writing. Push through any feelings of doubt or disbelief. These are just remnants of your old limitation programming trying to maintain control. Here's an advanced technique that multiplies manifestation power. Write your wealth inscription as if you're documenting your abundant life for someone else to learn from. "I want to share how I manifested unlimited financial abundance so others can follow the same path. My wealth began flowing when I..." This approach engages your subconscious mind differently because it positions you as someone who has already succeeded and is now teaching others. Your deeper mind begins accepting this role and creating the experiences necessary to make it true. Another powerful application is writing wealth manifestation letters to specific amounts of money. "Dear $50,000, I am ready to receive you into my life. I will use you wisely and gratefully. Please come to me through the perfect channels at the perfect time. I am worthy of your presence and prepared for your arrival." This technique crystallizes money and creates a relationship of attraction rather than desperation. When you write to money as if it were a friend wanting to help you, you eliminate the resistance that often blocks financial flow. Let me tell you about Jennifer, a talented graphic designer who couldn't seem to break through income barriers despite her artistic abilities. She would gain clients, then lose them. She'd have good months, followed by terrible months. No matter what business strategies she tried, she couldn't create consistent financial success. When Jennifer learned about paper and ink manifestation, she discovered shocking limitation beliefs hiding in her subconscious. Her block dissolution writing revealed deep programming that artists must struggle financially and creative. People aren't good with money. These inherited beliefs from her artistic family had been sabotaging every success. Jennifer wrote out these limitations and burned them ceremonially, then began writing her new reality. "I am a financially successful artist. My creativity generates abundant income. Clients value my artistic gifts and pay me generously. My art business thrives financially while maintaining complete creative integrity." She wrote this new reality every morning for 30 days, feeling the truth of it deeply. By the second week, she was already making different business decisions. By the fourth week, she had attracted 3 high-paying clients who specifically wanted her artistic style. 6 months later, her income had tripled, and she had a waiting list of clients. Or consider Robert, a sales professional who had all the right skills and training but couldn't seem to close deals consistently. His income was erratic, and he lived with constant financial stress despite being in a potentially lucrative field. Robert's block, dissolution writing, revealed a deep fear of being seen as pushy or greedy. Programming from childhood messages about money and sales, he wrote out these limitations and destroyed them. Then began inscribing his new reality. I serve people through ethical sales that genuinely improve their lives. They are grateful to work with me and happy to pay for my valuable solutions. This new programming transformed Robert's entire approach to sales. Instead of feeling conflicted about asking for money, he began seeing himself as someone who provided valuable service. His confidence increased, his closes improved, and within 4 months, he had become the top salesperson in his company. These transformations happened because paper and ink work allowed them to identify and dissolve specific blocks while inscribing new, empowering beliefs with emotional conviction. Florence Scovel Shinn understood that lasting change requires addressing both the removal of obstacles and the installation of new supporting beliefs. But I must address the voice in your mind questioning whether writing on paper could really change substantial financial circumstances. That skepticism is exactly the kind of limitation thinking that paper and ink work dissolves. Your resistance to simple spiritual techniques reveals why complex physical efforts haven't created the abundance you desire. The truth is that all your financial circumstances began as thoughts that were repeated until they crystallized into beliefs and then manifested as experiences. When you consciously write new thoughts with greater emotional intensity and consistency than the original limitations, you initiate a complete transformation at the source level. Paper and ink manifestation works because it engages multiple levels of consciousness simultaneously. The physical act of writing embeds intentions into your kinesthetic memory. The visual process of seeing your words creates mental imagery that programs your subconscious. The emotional engagement during writing generates the vibrational frequency that attracts corresponding experiences. Your wealth manifestation practice should begin immediately. Tonight, perform the block dissolution process, writing out every financial limitation and ceremonially destroying them. Tomorrow, begin your wealth inscription practice, writing your financial abundance as established reality for at least 20 minutes daily. Continue this 2-phase process for 30 consecutive days minimum. Don't skip days or make excuses. Consistency is crucial for reprogramming deep subconscious patterns. By the end of this period, you will have literally rewritten your financial programming at the cellular level. Remember that Florence Scovel Shinn taught us, change your thinking, change your life. Paper and ink give you the tools to make this change concrete, visible, and permanent. Every word you write about prosperity is a command given to the creative forces of the universe. Your paper and ink are waiting to become instruments of transformation. Every limitation you dissolve through writing creates space for abundance to flow. Every wealth reality you inscribe becomes a seed of manifestation, growing in the fertile soil of your consciousness. In the comments, share your commitment to paper and ink manifestation and tell me the first limiting belief you're going to dissolve. What's the biggest financial block you're ready to write out and destroy forever? Let's create a community of conscious writers, supporting each other as we literally write our way from limitation to unlimited abundance. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your entire financial story. Paper and ink are your tools for transformation. The wealth you desire is waiting for you to inscribe it into reality. Begin writing your abundant future now.